the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. Excited, thrilled to be here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm so lucky. The fans are filling the seats in Orlando, the site of our broadcast, and where the Magic will be going up against the Chicago Bulls. For Chicago, they dropped the first matchup against this squad. They'll try to even the series in tonight's game. Oh, and what a treat tonight. A battle royal between two powerhouses. This is the kind of marquee matchup that always seems to get the fans excited. Shaq, what are we in for tonight?
You know what, Ernie, when you're a great team, you want to establish your dominance over other great teams. This makes the matchup competitive. I want to see some elbows thrown, some flagrant fouls, some trash talking. I want to see all that,
Why don't we
Ernie?
see good, clean, competitive basketball?
I want to see some people get beat.
Here live from Amway Center for an Eastern Conference contest with the Magic in Orlando. Great to have you with us, everybody, live on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony and Orlando. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. So the Bulls 5 right now. Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. Gibson is the 4 with Gasol at the 5. And it's McDermott in at the small forward position. Rose attacking, and it's Gibson finishing it off.
And guys, you don't think this fella can do some major damage if he gets an opening to the rim.
G8, they just learned that lesson the hard way. They better put a little bit more effort into their D the next time down.
Big time play at the basket right there, fellas.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. Rose passes to Butler. Now the feed to Gibson. And the wide-open shot from Rose. Good on the three-point shot. Rose has got his first 3 points of the game.
Yeah, poor job defensively, giving him such a clear look at the basket from three-point range.
Gordon dishes to Rice, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes. Like conducting an orchestra.
Rose with the ball. He's coming off a 25-point game against the Pelicans in New Orleans.
Yeah, but Kevin, a lot of those points came at the line. I mean, he was aggressive to attack the D, not settling, and really did a good job of cashing in on those free throws.
Now here's Jennings. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Rice, no good. Chicago leading. Outside Rose. The dish now to Gasol. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. That doesn't go either for Butler. And he gets it to go. Gibson's got his second basket of the game.
Well, I tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
It really has, and they've created a lot of high percentage shots in the paint here already.
And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. For Orlando, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
Not really where you'd like to be as a team in terms of free throw shooting, just about 73%.
And guys, that allows their opponents to play very aggressive defense if they choose to, knowing it's not a bad thing to send them to the foul line.
The Bulls making a switch here. Noah's checked in, and Vucevic kicks to Rice. That one goes. Count.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
Andrew Nicholson, he's checked in for the Magic. Payton comes in for Brandon Jennings. And Chicago also making a switch. Portis is checked in. Chicago trailing here. Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Fred Hoiberg. What did you find out, DB?
Yes, Kevin, and he said their preparation for this game was all about defense. Going up against one of the premier offensive teams in the NBA, he said, listen, it's a challenge that we need to embrace. Nobody can do it by themselves. It's got to be a collective effort. Guys, we'll see if they can put the brakes on this high-scoring team. It's never easy.
Okay, Doris, appreciate the report, and Coach is playing here tonight. A good one, guys.
And I agree with him. I think he's determined not to let the opposing offense dictate tempo, and I think that is a good game plan.
That's the only plan, really, Greg and Kevin. I mean, they cannot allow that offense to run wild. This game has to be played on their terms.
Rose up on top, covered by Payton. Shot clock at 6. Butler. Rebounded by Vucevic.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Payton kicks to Rice. Picked by Vucevic. Payton against Rose. They set the pick. Lets it fly from 18. Some solid defense from Butler.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
The 15-footer. Rebound by the Magic. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start was on its heels practically the entire game.
Rice passes to Fournier. Launches it. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Fans, get ready for more Magic Answers.
Let's take a quick look at the numbers for Derrick Rose. Averaging about 19 points, almost 2.5 steals, and 5 assists. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
Hey, every train needs a conductor, man. He unifies his teammates, sets the tempo, and they make some sweet, sweet music.
Hezonja, he's checked in for Orlando. Mirotic is checked in for Chicago. Roten comes in for Rose. Took him no time at all on that one. That's 7 points for Freak.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Greg, you're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Got a piece of it. Here's Payton. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change to the left side wing. And here's Freak. Just 5 to shoot. Picked by Vucevic. Hezonja's shot is off. Roten dishes to Mirotic. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Bulls shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. And he knocks down the first one.
2 shots.
And so Mirotic nails both of them.
Boy, I tell you what, he does not look like your typical big man up there at the line. He has an excellent stroke and a percentage to match.
And a wide open look for Freak. Got it off in time, but it's no good. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Orlando out in front. They lead by 4. 2K Sports back in a moment from the Amway Center. Here's Freak and his thoughts on the current coaching staff.
Coach is the kind of guy you want to play for. All the coaches, really. Those guys are always drawing up plays, motivating us to play harder. They do a great job preparing us to play, and they never take credit. But they deserve it, for sure.
Clark, in your mind, how important is good coaching and a good coaching staff in today's NBA?
Extremely important, Kevin.
So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Vucevic checked in for Nicholson. Evan Fournier comes in for Hezonja. Freaks checked in for Victor Oladipo. And it's Watson in for Payton. The Bulls also changing it out. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Gasol. Portis comes in for Taj Gibson. And it's Doug McDermott in for Mirotic. So for Chicago right now, Butler and McDermott filling out the perimeter. Portis is out there with Noah, and it's Roten in at the 1 spot. Now, Freak, 7 points in the game. Dishes to Fournier. Watson for 3. Another miss by Orlando.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might well tell the story in this one.
And that should tilt things their way. No doubt they've been winning on the backboard.
2 minutes. Less than 2 minutes remaining in the quarter.
Outside Butler. Teardrop shot. He takes it up and lays it in. And the Bulls lead by 2.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook. Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down low.
Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Jazz really lit it up. He ended with 22 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what was a great exhibition on his part. Overall, just an incredible bonus for his team as he made a big impact coming off the bench.
All right, Doris, thank you. It really was a stunning performance. He was at his absolute best in that game.
And if he can come anywhere close to another performance like that here tonight, it would be amazing.
Yeah, it really would be, because you know now the defense is going to be focused squarely on him. They're going to make sure that he doesn't beat him again.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
Here's Butler, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Now, this is why the breakaway rim was invented, for plays just like that.
Well, he almost brought the whole thing down, Clark, by hanging on that long.
Yeah, he did.
I tell you what, though, great dunk, and this is even a better game we got going on right now.
Pass to Portis. From outside the arc, and Jimmy Butler, good for 3. Butler's got the lead up to 3 now for the Bulls.
He's making it look easy scoring out there because he's much more efficient here in the second.
Watson kicks to Rice. Inside, it's intercepted. Here's Butler. Drops in the breakaway layup. And now a 5-point Bulls lead.
That's how you make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Always an advantage when you can get out in the open floor. You get much better rhythm offensively. And this lead, I think, is...
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. You look at Jimmy. Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Nicholson's checked in for Aaron Gordon. Hezonja comes in for Evan Fournier. Freak's checked in for Oladipo. And it's Peyton in for Brandon Jennings. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Gasol. Portis comes in for Taj Gibson. Mirotic is checked in for McDermott, and Roten subbed in for Butler. Nicholson is the 4 with Vucevic at the 5. Peyton is out there with Freak, and it's Hezonja in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. He dishes it to Rice. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Roten, the pass to Portis. 1:41 left to play here in the third. Stolen. And here we go with the Magic fast break. And there it is again. Nice make there from Rice. Rice has got 4 this quarter. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for the Magic?
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
They have, but you also can't overlook how well they've defended the rim, as they've challenged every shot and also gotten quite a few blocks as well.
Payton kicks to Rice. Payton dishes to Vucevic. Back to Payton. Pass to Hazania. Shot clock at 5. Let's go. It's rebounded by Noah.
Awesome defense. I mean, he'll hit those unless you're right in his grip.
Shots good by Rice.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Now here's Roden. He's covered closely. Over in the corner, Rose. They get it back.
Well, I think he was surprised by how much space he had there and just rushed the shot a little bit.
Orlando's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Rice kicks to Nicholson. To the paint. Tries from 10. And Freak gets it to go on the assist by Nicholson. And that's now 19 points for Freak.
I'd like to see him use a little clock here.
I agree with you. Milk the clock with this possession. That's what they've got to be doing.
Outside Rose. Fires from the line. It's deflected. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Magic lead by 3. We're going to... All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. Orlando making some changes. Freaks checked in for Victor Oladipo, and it's Payton in for Brandon Jennings. And a change for the Bulls. Portis is checked in. So for Chicago right now, Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. Doug McDermott is out there with Portis, and it's Gasol, and at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Feeds to Fournier. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
The turnover total in the first half, only 1, but a totally different story here in the second.
Taj Gibson's checked in for Chicago. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of the Chicago Bulls was going over in his huddle. They've been getting torched with all these shots from long range, and he simply said, we can't lose track of their shooters, guys. We're over-helping inside, and it's leaving them wide open. Can they make the adjustment, guys?
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole, because he is just not there offensively.
They set the pick. Ice. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
What a game we've seen here for Freak. He's got 21 points, and he's added a steal to his stat line also.
You know what? The number is not huge, but he has been doing some valuable defensive work for them.
The free throw off from Rice.
It's going to be tough for him here, but maybe, just maybe, it's not over yet.
Cannot afford any empty possessions. They've got to recycle everything, partner.
Payton passes to Rice. 56 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Back to Payton. McDermott with a steal. Rose up on top. Covered by Payton. Rose kicks to Butler. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Well, that's an excellent challenge right there. Good job contesting that shot by the defender.
And really, I like the fact that even with the big lead, they never coasted.
To me, that's a sign of a really good team, Greg, because you should always be playing against the game and yourself. I know there's an opponent out there, but when you have a lead, it's all about continuing to execute. Do what you do and stay true to that. And I like that aggressiveness and full speed ahead kind of attack that they have.
That's his first personal foul. 14 foul. At the line, shooting Aaron.
He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 9. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
Yeah, you'd like to convert them all, but that should still be enough to secure the win. And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be, he's not making that one.
And so it's Orlando winning this one. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, and I thought good execution really played a big part throughout.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, Nick, what can you point to as
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated. And now let's present our Jordan player of the game, Freak. He notched his season high, and his scoring really seemed to set the tempo for his team tonight.
I know Freak's going to have a lot of people back home in Harlem extremely proud of the way he played tonight. And they should be proud of him because his play was genius. Just a textbook example of how to gain a mental edge and continue to exploit it.
His accuracy from the field was pretty eye-catching. I mean, if he was shooting the ball, it was going in. You rarely see a performance like this with this crazy high shooting percentage. Wow.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night, and we'll see you again soon, but not soon enough.